if the one place you're going cheap on is to try and get cheap on insurance, then you're really going to get screwed when a claim happens and you're making no money.
One of the things that I appreciated with your company when I was applying for the insurance is the questionnaires that you have on there about the different things that you offer with your short-term rental,
the
like
amenities.
Bicycles and in this case kayaks, because our place is right on a saltwater canal, and I do provide kayaks. But you have a checklist for what do you call them?
Amenities.
I'm talking about with a bicycle. Do you have helmets?
The safety equipment that goes.
Yeah,
with
your what am I? Flotation devices. That's what I'm. Sorry, it was a long trip last night. But those are things that a lot of people don't think about having, and who is there to check every time a guest checks out to make sure that those items are still there for the next guests that come up, and that's very beneficial to the person that's having the short-term rental that may not be
thinking
aware
about that.
it.
Yeah,
it's a great little checklist to have.
Yeah, most of our clients are new to the space, right? They're not. I mean, a lot of our clients have been doing this for a few years, but for the most part, we're dealing with folks who've been in it for less than a year. And so one important thing to always remember when you're dealing with insurance is this, the term is underwriting. If the company doesn't underwrite for it, they're probably not going to cover it, okay? So you need to be asking yourself, like, are they asking about my online listing with Airbnb, VRBO, my property manager, my own personal website? How do they know exactly what I'm doing? How does this insurance underwriter, not the agent you're dealing with, but the actual underwriter who pays the claims, how do they know what they're insuring? Because most of the time when you call a retail agent, and I'll just throw State Farm under the bus, you call up a State Farm agent, there's a million State Farm agents around the US. State Farm's based out of Illinois. They send an application to the office in Illinois for a single family house on a canal in Florida, right? And they say, great, we'll insure it for $800 a year, right? They have no idea what's going on with this property. They think it's a residential residence and good to go, fine. Is it owner occupied? Is it tenant occupied? Is there vacancies? Is there business activities happening there? Is there liability or amenities that can take the guest off premises and name you in a lawsuit? So these are all things that we check for. And this is where our specialty comes in, where nobody else in the marketplace is asking these types of questions and underwriting these types of properties in this way. And so the thing you have to kind of keep in your mind as you're going through the insurance process is, are they asking me the questions about the amenities? Am I asking the agent about the amenities I want to offer? Hey, I want to offer bicycles. I'm on Venice Beach in California. We want bicycles to be part of our vacation rental. Am I covered for that? I want to be pet friendly. Do I have any breed limitations? Is there any animal pet liability limitations? I want to offer a hot tub or a sauna or a swimming pool. Things like that. And again, if you're not asking these questions, the underwriter is not going to know or underwrite for that exposure. And they're either not going to charge the right amount of premium, which we're not cheap because we actually cover this risk, or they're just simply going to decline the risk on the front end because they want nothing to do with the exposure. So it's better to figure it out on the front end than learn the hard way.
Sure.
Right. That's kind of the biggest kickback is price. We live in a premium driven world. Again, State Farm, Allstate, Nationwide, all of them, they advertise online on the Super Bowl and everything. Geico, save 15% for 15 minutes. We're in a race to the bottom in retail insurance. And when you're dealing with an investment property like a vacation rental, you need to throw price out. Don't even think about it until you start understanding what coverages you need. And I think from an investment standpoint, you got to crunch these numbers. And if the one place you're going cheap on is to try and get cheap on insurance, then you're really going to get screwed when a claim happens and you're making no money, right? So if you're like, I have to give up an extra $100 or $200 a month because I did my prospectus on this insurance policy, but proper insurance is twice as much. Okay, great, you're cash flowing $150, $200 less a month. But when we go 5, 6, 7 years down the road, and you actually have to use the insurance policy, it's better to get paid $50,000 than pay $50,000 out of pocket.